to Bizznerd's new video. Today we'll be looking at the top 10 greatest titles of the God of War franchise, ranked from the worst to the best. Coming in last at number 9, we have God of War Betrayal. Easily being one of the worst God of War games released, Betrayal is a mobile game that was released in 2007. A lot of games have made successful expansions in the mobile gaming field, however, Betrayal was not one of them. It was a poorly adapted mobile game with fidgety controls and monotonous battle gameplay. Next at number 8, we have God of War Ascension. Although not the worst installment to the franchise, God of War Ascension is a capturing title, but it lacks the gameplay and storyline to follow through with its promise. The franchise was clearly milking a malnourished cow with its release, as it lacked the story depth the previous games had shown. Released on the PS3 in 2013, this game did not provide any plot development as it only dove deeper into Kratos' past, trying to deepen an already bottomless background story. This missed the mark with many fans as they were hoping to see more plot progression. At number 7, we have God of War: A Call from the Wilds. A Call from the Wilds is a messenger adventure game released on Facebook in 2018. This title is the most unique game of all the franchise due to it being on such an uncommon platform with such an uncommon game experience. This game was released as a prequel to its 2018 console installment. Number 6 is God of War: Chains of Olympus. This was the first PSP game, released in 2008. Being a spin-off, it lacked all the attention that the mainline games received, deceiving fans to believe that it was just another installment that was released just to fill in an empty spot. However, they would be very, very wrong, as any God of War enthusiast would tell you. Do not skip over this game, as it gives the player a better understanding of Kratos' past, as Chains of Olympus' plot takes place before the first game. Although it is on the PSP, the mechanics of the game are very similar to the normal console installments, making it very easy to play. Number 5 is God of War Ghosts of Sparta. This is a PSP game released in 2010, and also the final PSP God of War installment. Ghosts of Sparta has lots of plot progression, especially in contrast to the first PSP title, Chains of Olympus. Although it is a spin-off, the events that are covered in this game are essential, and the game is unique in its own right. Although it has a beautiful storyline that delves into Kratos' journey through the underworld in search of his brother, it simply dulls in comparison to some of the other games that are more focused on the main continuing plot. Number 4 has gotta be God of War. This was the first ever God of War game, and it was released in 2005. Including the original game in a ranking list always gives a good gauge to measure how the other games in the franchise compare. This game was one of a kind when it was released. It had addictive and fast-paced battle gameplay. The combo attack system was the smoothest that was available in the gaming scene at the time. Although what holds this game back was its repetitiveness during some puzzles and its unoptimized platforming. Coming in at 3rd place is God of War 2. This game was pressured a lot to take on and carry the momentum created by the first game. Saying it did is an understatement. Not only did the game evolve during God of War 2, but it also created even more hype for the ending of the Revenge trilogy. The storytelling was effective in capturing the player's attention, but the real improvement was in the gaming experience itself. The graphics and mechanics were massively improved upon. This made many fans feel very excited for the final bow tie on the top ending to the trilogy. Getting 2nd place is God of War 3. The sequel was forced to live up to yet another masterpiece of the story with an immensely improved gameplay experience. This installment was the finale to the addictive build-up that everyone had been patiently waiting for, and this game definitely delivered. Regardless of how unrealistic it was to possibly live up to the expectations of God of War 2, it somehow managed to satisfy almost everyone with its picturesque graphics and intense revengeful emotion. Kratos hits fans for the goriest finishes and the most emotional scenes. It tied up the trilogy better than anyone could ever hope for and gave a satisfying conclusion to the Greek mythology storyline. And topping off the list at number 1 is 2018's God of War. The title that unarguably takes the first place trophy is most certainly God of War. This game broke all previous boundaries while stepping into a completely new mythology, Norse. Kratos' relationship with his son grew even more during this game and has a lot of emotional moments. Following all of the cinematically breathtaking games from Sony, God of War was thought to have been set up for failure. The franchise once again blew everyone's expectations out of the water by producing one of the most dazzling games in 2018. It caught the attention of anyone and everyone, and for a reason. After over a decade, the franchise finally decided to give the game/fight mechanics a massive change, and this was very well appreciated in the RPG community as it allowed for more of a customized gameplay experience. This left fans craving for more, and it promises to come back harder than ever. This brings us to the end of the rank list. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe.